I am getting ready to apply for my private investigator license. I am. I'm going to do it. I'm going to apply for it. I looked into it a long time ago, but I thought whenever I looked into it that you had to carry like a $1 million bond, insurance bond on yourself to do it. And at the time, I sure didn't have the money to carry that. But somebody was talking to me about it not long ago, and they sent me the application and they said, you need to do this. And I said, well, yeah, but it's going to cost so much. And they were like, no, it's not. And they told me how much it did cost, and it's very reasonable, and I can do it. So I just have to do it. I just have to get my butt sitting down and do it. But so we'll just add another license on to the however many I got. Not that they've, well, we won't even say that. Okay. Hey, when can I buy a Muff Diver shirt? I'm going to get those done tonight. As soon as we get off the show, I'm going to get those put up. Muff Diver Motors at your service. ARC has shuttered Kentucky facilities and is moving into other states to drain their systems next. They've already drained the Kentucky Medicaid system. So now they shut down and run away when the police are calling. We'll go down to Virginia and West Virginia, and we'll set up shop there. And now we've learned. Now we've learned what not to do from Kentucky. So now we'll go on down to these other states, and we'll take their Medicaid. We'll take advantage of those states, the taxpayers. Well, they buy mansions and airplanes and cars. You know, you got to have them hillbilly, what are they called? A hillbilly Rolls-Royce, baby. You need a Chrysler 300 that's bright blue. That's what you need. Okay. You think he's the only one? You think that isn't a common practice? I would hate to see how that jail. Remember, old Muff Diver, his old lady. I mean, are you joking? No, we're not joking. No. Unfortunately, no. I mean, it's when you've got Ben saying, hey, oh, Uncle Bill, he likes pretty girls, and he can help you with your charges. Why don't you go up there and see your Uncle Bill? Be a good girl. Smack her on the tail. Go on up there and give old Uncle Bill some of that. He'd like to have some too. These men like to share. Ask Daniel Dotson. So she goes up there trying to get some help. And she said that he paid her. They like to pay for it too, allegedly. That's sex trafficking. Plaintiff is entitled to reasonable inferences and a view of the proof taken in her favor. She offers a supportive expert who carefully parsed LCSO's policies and compliance history. That expert noted Stein's individual unbecoming conduct, his utter failure to train on, or enforce the written policies, to include ethics, sexual misconduct, and citizen complaint processing. Well, my God, I could have done that. And the institutional climate Steins fostered. Well, hell, I think I've mentioned every one of those things. And ultimately, expert Hilden opined that Stein's training failures facilitated Fields' conduct and contributed directly to the harm suffered. But yet Stein's was not named in his individual capacity. Oh, either incompetence or intentional shielding. And given the pattern of protecting insiders in Eastern Kentucky, it does look like a setup to trigger exactly the outcome that I noticed. Now, how it fits the bigger pattern. This lines up with what I've been saying. Lawsuits are filed just enough to give the appearance of accountability, but strategically written to fail. By missing deadlines, narrowing defendants, or ignoring the most obvious bad actors, Mullins, jailer, fee collectors, it keeps the corruption buried while lawyers collect their fees and keep their standing in that club. All right. Oh, Miss Susan, you can do anything you want. I'm glad to be here. Well, we're glad you're here. We sure are. Karen, Facebook is a dangerous place. I got scammed there. Never will I go back to Facebook. Correction, a threat. Oh, okay. You're a threat to the Mountain Eagle. Well, they all act very territorial. That was the word I should have used about the photographer guy, Ernie. He just acted really territorial about photography.